Hi, Prince, UK self-defense green, time to sharpen the blades. Oh yeah. I just want to thank my subscribers because you're really quite complimentary to me when I see you on the street. I know there's been some 30,000 people that have looked at this channel since I've been going, which is really quite nice. I met an Asian guy yesterday. I'm very sorry I can't remember your name. I was really busy yesterday, but he wanted me to explain what we call the temple cover, or they call in JKD the salute. Others call it the scissor technique, which leads into what is called possibly a gunting. Okay. First and foremost, let me explain that, right? Because he was on about the inside and the outside. Okay. You're facing me now, okay? Now we know the wooden dummy represents a person, and it represents the jab and the cross and the lower limb there, it represents the knee. We know that, okay, right? But if you imagine you're facing me now, and if you're orthodox, you're leading with you're going to jab with your left, and you're going to cross with your right. So we're looking at the right cross here. So I'm in this position, okay, right? Now, this is a standard parry. So as the shot comes towards my head, I move, I parry it out the way, and I come up with this shot here. Okay? That's what we're looking at. But if that shot comes at me the same, so it's coming towards my head, and I just move my body slightly, and I go in that position, I haven't really moved fundamentally out the way, I haven't stepped out the way at this particular moment in time. So all I'm doing is two outside shots. The positioning of the person who's throwing the punch makes it an inside or outside shot. Let me explain that again. The punch is coming towards me, towards my head. I'm stood here now, I move in that position, boom. That's an outside shot. But if you were throwing your left jab and I was in this position and I did this, that's still an outside shot. But when you throw your right cross and I stand here and I parry it on the inside, all it is, I'm not adding anything more, I'm just responding to what you're feeding me. Okay, so it's classed as inside, but it's not really. It's just they're both outside movements that you're practicing. One is to the right, and one is to the left, inside or outside, whichever you want. Okay. But what we're going to look at now is three combinations that you can then add on as you please. Because as we know with gross motor skills, a gross motor skill would be a gross motor skill. That's a gross motor skill, just moving like that. So that's a gross motor skill. A second gross motor skill, so that's two gross motor skills, right? A jab and a cross is a gross motor skill. But we know that the more gross motor skills that you do and you add them together, the better your dexterity becomes. It's similar to somebody playing like a piano. Imagine Mozart was playing a piano, and when he first started, ding dong, he was playing single notes, and then ding dong, he's putting two notes together. Ding dong, ding 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 ding. You get the understanding. That's what happens. We have adaptations, so the left and right hemisphere of the brain starts working better, and we start understanding and putting more complex routines together, because that's what they are, they're routines. So we want to concentrate on the first two portions, the most important. Okay, so the first two portions, this is the right cross. So as I'm here, this is the jab, and that's the right cross. We're concentrating on the right cross today. So as I'm in this position here, right, and this projectile comes in, I parry and I salute. Okay, so I'm parrying and I'm saluting. Okay, so it's coming in and I'm parrying and I'm saluting. Right. Now, the difference with the parry as it comes in and I salute. Look at my hand. Watch. Okay, watch this hand. So as I come in and I parry, I've got like an open hand. So theoretically, my extensor muscle is hitting just underneath this area here. Okay, so I come up and I'm doing that. Okay, it could be slightly longer. It could be a longer shot. Now, with the gunting, which is from this position, okay, I'm leading here, is the outside shot. If you were coming at me with the right cross, and I'm here, and I go bang, and I hit you from a low line here, I hit you into the tricep, okay? That would be the gunting. So we can incorporate that. So as you throw the right cross, see, I parry and I hit. So I'm not coming all the way up this time, as opposed to the first one where I come up, that shot, and I'm coming up for a second shot here. There may be an elbow to the head and a number 2 and a grab and a knee, and then whatever takedown I want to do. We're not doing that at this moment. What we're doing, we're going from here, we're parrying, and we're clipping into the tricep as we come up. Then we're hitting, and we're carrying on with that same type of movement, whatever we want to do, and whatever we want to finish off with. Now, you can do also this movement with the bong sao, and it all leads from the 2 gross skills that we put together. Remember, the first one is the parry and the cover. The second one is the parry and the gunting. Okay? Now the third one we're going to look at is the bong sao. Traditionally in Wing Chun, the bong sao is the wing arm, and it's made for when somebody's coming at you, the projectile's coming in, you jab in, and I go in. Okay? Variations of which angle you use. In conflict, your technique is not going to be perfect. If somebody's saying to you in conflict the difference between your punch being direct and your punch being in that position, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's that position, that position, that position, so long as you connect, because you're not thinking at that level of complexity in a situation where your endocrine system, your hormonal system's all over the place. We know this from pathology and we know it from science. So let's not bullshit around here. We're just trying to get the gross skill done to a very competent level. Okay? Sometimes a lot of systems can overcomplicate things. Those are routines, and you learn your routines, you learn your patterns, and it helps you have a quick ability to move in many different planes quickly. But if you look at videos on YouTube or Facebook and you look at violence, when do you actually see anybody, even high-ranking martial artists, use their really complex skills? I mean, I've not seen any. Even top-grade boxers, I mean, they use maybe a jab and a cross, jab, cross and a hook, or a hook. So, I mean, we must understand training in martial arts and training in self-defense are slightly different. I love my martial arts. I'm training to be an instructor in other areas as well as what I do. And that's the learning process, and that will help. But we're looking at gross motor skills. Remember, this is street fighting application. A lot of the bullshit they talk about that will work on the street won't work on the street. It's simple as that. I know. Okay, right. So we're here. So I'm in this position, okay? As the projectile comes in, see? So we're going from this one, so we've got me. Then we can come with the back, in, cross, bump, whatever you want to do. So we'll look at those 3 again. The first one, okay, is that position. Okay, so we're coming up. Okay, then we finish off whatever we want to do. Okay, the second one is the gunting. So we're here, and see that? So we want that shot. We want that shot to hit. So see it? So it's going to cause major trauma when that hits. Okay, right? And then whatever you want to do, whatever gross skill you want to get into. And the third one is the bong sao. So we're here, so we're here, sit. One more time. So that is a basic explanation of that movement. I'll show you from here. So the projectile comes in, we're going okay. This is Prince, UK Self-Defense Green. I hope you enjoyed that little tip. Thank you very much indeed for all those people that do subscribe, and if you get your friends to like my pages, it'd be fantastic, and we're just one big family together. Have a great day. Yeah.